to our special Thanksgiving edition of ACC All Access. The holidays are often a time where people try to give back to those less fortunate. But it didn't take a holiday for Clemson basketball player Tanner Smith to realize he could make a difference. Heather Catlin has a truly remarkable story of a boy who had a wish.
My 3 wishes are to own a golden retriever, become a professional basketball player, and to make kids with cancer laugh.
3 wishes started everything. A chance to give, a chance to receive. 3 wishes from a little boy, 12 years old, who has since become a man. Tanner Smith is a freshman on Clemson's basketball team and an only child to his parents, Craig and Kathy Smith. 2 people whose lives and demeanor radiate love and warmth in the closeness of family. The family's strength was apparent to all, but challenged in Tanner's early years, when at the tender age of 3, he watched as his father battled cancer.
The initial bone marrow transplant, he was young, he liked to come in like he, garbed up with all the gloves and stuff like that.
Tanner and his mother spent endless hours in the hospital comforting the man they loved so much. But even at a young age, Tanner felt the coldness of sterile hospital rooms and saw the loneliness in patients' eyes. So he started wishing.
We were actually going through his papers that we had to sign and send back in 4th grade, and we found a paper called My 3 Wishes, where he wanted a golden retriever, to be a professional basketball player, and to make kids with cancer laugh. And that's the first time we had read about it or knew anything about it.
That all came from my dad when I was 3 years old getting cancer, and I saw how lonely it could be in the hospital. And then in 6th grade I wrote about it again, and my parents asked me if I really was serious about this.
Well, I actually started crying. I mean, tears of just amazement, because he said if I could only have one wish come true, it would be to make kids with cancer laugh. I guess we feel bad that we waited 2 years before we got on it, but it was neat to also see in those 2 years he still had that desire.
Santa granted Tanner's first wish in the form of a golden retriever named Griffey. But his most important wish would have to be granted through simple hard work. So Tanner and his parents joined together and developed Tanner's Totes.
My dad, he keeps the financial records, keeping all the money straight. My mom, she loves shopping, so that's perfect for her, and so she's able to do all that stuff. And, I fill the bags, and then me and my mom usually go deliver them. They said that the preteens and teens were the forgotten ones, because everybody thinks about the little kids and, the adults, but people forget the kids like me can go to school and then come home and get cancer.
We always put new items in there, nothing used or perishable.
Right, because of germs.
A new item that I like is the easy button.
From Staples.
From Staples. That's been a good one.
Because,
that was her idea. That was a good one.
Well, they, they'll go to chemo, they've had a tough day, and then they can come back and hit their easy button. Yeah. So they say the patients really like that.
Yeah.
Here in the Smith's basement is where Tanner and his parents put together Tanner's Totes. Now, each bag differs a little bit between girls and boys. The girls get a teddy bear and jewelry, while the guys, of course, get the Nerf basketball and Clemson hat. Both bags share one thing in common. A letter from Tanner saying he knows it can be lonely in the hospital, but he hopes this gift to them will bring a smile to their face.
They usually just thank me for delivering the bags, and they give me an update on what their status is, what they have. It's now not just the cancer treatment kids; it's now to long-term treatment. So it could be long-term burn victims or things like that.
Oh gosh, I mean it's incredible. I mean,
he has a real big heart, and
there's a big difference between sympathy and empathy, and he empathizes with these patients. He's seen me, go through, the problems, and I think, like I said, it's for a child to go through that, the chemotherapy, the radiation, or the amputations, and then cancer affects the family so much. It's just not that patient, and to know that these patients are smiling for a change, I think it brings a smile to his heart.
It's humbled me a lot. No matter how bad of a day I'm having, my dad's having a worse day. Those kids in the hospital are having even worse of a day, and it's just really humbled me a lot.
It's a bit of a challenge being a CEO and a college freshman, but Tanner continues to make his dream come true.
I feel like I'm on a level now where I can, use basketball and use Clemson to really take this off and show people that, no matter who you are or how old you are, you can always have, like a dream or an idea and, really turn it into something.
Clemson's a huge community service college, and they make a big deal out of that. And I think, again, just depending on when Tanner gets it into the schedule, he'll work through it and make sure that Clemson's involved because he loves Clemson.
And the baseball hats aren't just any team now. Of course, they're Clemson baseball hats.
Perhaps playing at Clemson will help Tanner's third wish of becoming a professional basketball player come true. Time will only tell on that wish. Until then, he'll continue inspiring and encouraging and making the wishes of others come true.
As a father, you want your son to grow up to be a better man than you are, and I mean, he succeeded hands down a long time ago, and he continues to amaze us. It's been fun. We're very proud.
Thank you, Heather, for that great story. If you would like to learn more about Tanner's efforts or donate to his organization, you can go to tannerstotes.com, where 100% of your donation goes toward the bags and is tax deductible. More show to go on ACC All Access. When Georgia Tech needs points, the Yellow Jackets go to Ghani. Ghani Lawal is off to a great start for the Jackets. We profile the super sophomore next. You're watching ACC All Access.